Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kristi, and today I have a weekly keto meal prep to share. If you are new to my channel, I would love it if you went ahead and subscribed. I have a Facebook keto page that I'll have linked below if you'd like to join, and make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be meal prepping some chicken thighs. I picked these up at Aldi and they have a good price on their chicken thighs. This was only $4.68. All I've done here is line a cookie sheet or baking pan with aluminum foil. That's so I don't have to scrub this thing clean. Hopefully I can just stick it in the dishwasher. And the seasonings I'm going to be using today is the Tony's and the Old Bay. So all I'm going to do is preheat my oven at 375, and I'm going to go ahead and lay these out on the baking pan. This is one thing that has been hard for me to adjust to, and that is leaving the skin on your chicken. You want that because that's extra fat. I'm going to pat these down and get them completely dry. You don't want any moisture on there. I learned that little trick from Sandra from Keto Conduct. She's on Instagram, her and her husband and family, and they're also on YouTube. So I'll have them linked below for you guys. But make sure you pat these down before you put your seasoning on them. You do want to apply a very generous coating of your seasoning. I'm going to start out and do 3 of these with the Tony's. Now I'm just going to put this on there and then I'll go back and put more. And then I'm just going to spread this out and get it all over it. Of course, wash my hands and then recoat it. Okay, I went ahead and put the second coating on the chicken thighs of the Tony's, and now on the last 3, I'm going to use just Old Bay, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'll sprinkle a coating on here, and then I'll sort of rub it in, make sure I get every little inch of it. And then I will wash my hands, of course, and then do it all over again. Okay, completely got those coated really good, so the skin should crisp up and have a nice texture. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in my oven at 375 for 45 minutes. I'm gonna check on these in about 20 minutes, and if there's any juices or liquid, I will drain that off. Okay, my chicken has been in for 25 minutes so far. Let's check it out. Let's see, I don't want to get too close because this always fogs up. There is really not that much juice coming off of here. So I'll just check it again in about 10 more minutes. If it's not, I'm going to let it keep cooking, but it's looking good. Looks like it's going to crisp up. Okay, the chicken has been in for 45 minutes now. I went ahead and put my thermometer in it, and chicken is safe at 165. So we're pushing 180. Yeah, we're at about 180 now, so this should be done. I want you to hear this. Can you hear that crispy skin we got going there? So I'm just going to give these a few minutes to cool, and then I'll go ahead and put them in a glass Pyrex container, one of my bigger ones, because I don't have a big lock and lock, and I'll store those there for meals throughout the week. Okay, I'm keeping this meal prep really simple. This is the Hillshire Farms natural smoked sausage that I picked up the other day. I'm gonna go ahead and chop this up, put it in a skillet, and just brown it up. We love ours crispy and crunchy like that. We've always loved kielbasa. I wanted to show you the macros on this and the ingredients real quick. This one has 6 servings, 170 calories, 15 grams of fat, only 8 protein, is that correct? My eyesight is not what it used to be. And 1 total carb. It does show in the ingredients list, I believe, some sugar, but things like this usually have a little bit in the curing process. Yeah, right there it is, dextrose. But it's only 1 net carb per serving, so I don't think that's going to affect us at this point. I get my little handy dandy chopping mat out here, and then I just cut these into little medallions, and then I'm going to throw them in the frying pan. That's super, super simple for us. And here's another reason why I like using a mat. After you chop it up, you can just let everything fall straight in the skillet. And I'm just gonna spread those out and let them get brown and crispy on both sides. Of course, you don't need to do that. We just, like I said, have a preference for our kielbasa being crunchy. Okay, now that these are done, I'm just gonna let them sit here for a while and cool a little bit. Of course, then I'll store it in one of my lock and lock containers and in the refrigerator, and then we can just dish this out with a veggie and some bites as we need it. It didn't make it into my lock and lock. It made it into Rubbermaid this time, but it'll still work. Oh, look at my container back there Kerrigan made me. And while we're talking about this container, let's talk about what's in it. I have my keto chow. I have it in here, and this one is the chocolate toffee, and I have it chilling. If you have not tried keto chow, it is absolutely amazing. I'll have a discount code at the bottom of the screen for you guys to try it. It is not an affiliate link. I do not make anything from it. I buy this stuff myself. It is amazing. Okay, I'm going to be making my pumpkin pie fat bombs. Here's everything you're going to need. Not even going to try it. This is actually the third time I've made these, and they are a trigger food for me. It's not like I can just eat one, so as soon as I'm out of this last serving of pumpkin, I will not be buying any more of them. They're just too good, people. So this recipe is on my channel. Go ahead and check it out. I'll have it linked in the cards above for you guys, and I'll also have it linked below, but I'll go over it really quick. There are a few things that I wanted to show you. Like, this is coconut butter, and coconut butter is not like, you know, regular butter, so you can substitute it possibly. I've not tried it, so I can't tell you the difference. But this is more like peanut butter, cashew butter, almond butter, coconut butter. So the only thing in this is unsweetened coconut and coconut oil. So you can make your own at home. We're going to start out with our coconut oil, and you're going to be using a half a cup of that. I went ahead and melted it. It's easier if it's a little warm because it's easier to dissolve your sweetener. So after you put your half a cup of melted coconut oil in there, you're going to put 1/4 cup of your keto approved sweetener, and then you're going to stir those up until that gets dissolved. Once you have that dissolved, you're going to add 1/4 cup of your coconut butter, and then you're going to be adding in a half a cup of your pure pumpkin. This is where nothing else is added to your pumpkin. And if this is straight out of your refrigerator, warm it up for a couple of seconds in your microwave, because if you don't, all that's going to solidify again. Go ahead and mix these up. Next, I'm adding in some extract. This is just the maple extract. This is an optional step, but I like it, and that was probably about half a teaspoon, but my original recipe calls for an entire teaspoon. Again, back to the original recipe, I put basically 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice in there. This time I'm going to put just 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Again, a very versatile recipe, and I just wanted to try something different this time. Make sure you check out that original recipe. It's going to have all your macros, all your ingredients, everything listed. So just go ahead and mix this up really well. Once you have that mixed up, it mixes up so well. Look at that. I swear I could eat it with a spoon. But once we put it in these molds, this will be linked below for you guys. This thing is just amazing. You're going to put these in the fridge or the freezer. I like just to put them in the freezer because you only have to leave them in there like 20 or 30 minutes and they completely solidify up. They're solid, and I store them in the refrigerator. But you're going to equal these out into your mini muffin silicone pan. These are just the tiny ones, and it's going to make 16 of these. Once you have these equaled out into 16 little mini cups, you're going to put a half of a pecan on each one, and that is about 1/4 cup of pecans. Okay, let's put these little demon fat bombs in the freezer for about 30 minutes till they solidify, and then I can take them and pop them out. I call them demon fat bombs because I can't stop eating them. Look, the pumpkin's pretty much gone. There's nothing I can do with that. Definitely can't make any more of these. I will not buy any more pumpkin until Thanksgiving dinner and I make a pumpkin pie or something, because these things are addictive. If you don't feel like making your own coconut butter, I'll link this down below so you can find it on Amazon. Let's see if they're set up or not. Did I mention I put this thing in here straight out of the dishwasher? So that's not good. Let's see. Oh yeah, those are gonna pop out really good. Okay, here they are. I just put them in a plastic lock and lock, and I will seal these and put them in the fridge. I would say that these will be good for the week. Each one of these little demon fat bombs is about 100 calories, 10 grams of fat plus or minus, and less than 1 net carb. Again, if you want to see the macros, make sure you look at the original video. I have everything posted in the description box below. But these are absolutely amazing. And people are telling me they're taking these, I'm going to assume without the nut, and putting them in their coffee and making a bulletproof coffee with those. And I'm going to assume it's out of this world. Boiling some eggs for egg salad, and also just to have some hard-boiled eggs as snacks in the house for the week. The trick here is to put those in cold water so they don't automatically bust or crack when you put them in. And yes, I am old school, still doing it on the stove. I am not dragging that huge Instant Pot out for one thing, and I don't use it for anything else. I'm just not a fan of it. I would much rather have an air fryer. Not everyone in the house is egg salad fans, so I left 4 of my eggs out like this. The container came from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to store this in the fridge, and Briley can have these as snacks throughout the week. As for the egg salad, I keep it simple. I picked this little thing up at Aldi, and it just slices up your egg salad really perfect. So I just put it that way once, completely turn it, and there you go. I keep my egg salad really simple, basically mustard and mayonnaise and salt usually, but I saw Rachel and Joe from Two Crazy Ketos. Their channel will be linked below if you want to check it out. They recently did an egg salad recipe where they added everything but the bagel seasoning. What? That is genius. So I'm going to be making some plain just for Briley because she just likes mayo and mustard, but I'm also going to be making some for Preston and Kerrigan with the everything but the bagel seasoning. And I'm using the Dax because it has no salt added, and I can add pink salt when I want. I do use the Duke's mayo because it is the only one in my area that has no extra sugar added. With a little bit of pink salt. And then I'm just going to mix all this up. I honestly don't have a standard recipe for egg salad because I make it different every single time. Sometimes I'll add celery, sometimes I'll add sweet pickles. It just depends. Of course, keto-friendly sweet pickles. But I'm going to go ahead and add the everything but the bagel seasoning and mix that up. I did taste test this, and adding the everything but the bagel seasoning is genius. Make sure you try that in your next egg salad recipe. The kids have asked that I make muffins this week. I haven't made muffins in a long time. It seems like at least a month. I do have this complete recipe on my channel, so I will have that linked for you all so you can go check it out. I won't go over the whole thing here. This is basically what you're going to need. That and an extract of choice. Usually I make blueberry muffins and I add blueberries, but I have no fruit. I've not made it to the grocery store yet. I did recently get in some flavorings and I have been dying to try them. I'll show you what I picked up. This is not sponsored and they didn't send me these for free. I ordered these myself off of Amazon, so I'll have them linked below. They are low carb flavorings, so you can check them out. And I'm gonna use one of those today in this recipe. I wanted to show you guys what I ordered off of Amazon, and I am so excited to bake with these. Look at this. Oh my gosh. These are, I believe they're called the Oooflavors. You should smell them. They are, I can smell them from here, and none of these have been open yet. They just smell wonderful. This one is the sampler low carb pack. The best advice I could ever give is sift your almond flour. It does make a difference. So first ingredient is almond flours. You can see that there are some big clumps in there. Sift it. It makes such a huge difference in your baked goods and treats. See these big chunks of almonds that are down here? It did break up the clumps and they went through, but there are some big pieces of almonds that you just don't want in your baked goods. It makes them grainy. So I just throw this in the garbage. And since I have it out already, I'm just gonna go ahead and add all of my dry goods, my baking powder, and also my Swerve. And I'm gonna go ahead and sift those too. Now I'm gonna add just a little bit of my pink salt, eggs, and now the sour cream. Now go ahead and give that a mix. So this is your basic batter, and from this point you can go anywhere. The sky's the limit, and that's what I tell you in the original video. There are so many things that you can do with it. So many suggestions in the comments below that video of what people have done. This is the Oooflavors that I picked up. This one is the maple pecan, and this is the one I'm going to be adding today. These are supposedly highly concentrated flavorings, so I'm just going to start out with a few drops and mix that up and see how it goes. Really good flavor. Since I did that, I'm going to go ahead and chop up some pecans and just put them into the batter and just mix it up. I didn't put too many. This silicone muffin pan is from Amazon. It will be linked below. If you do not have silicone muffin pans, go. You just got to. It's going to save you so much time, effort. They are amazing. I think I need to buy stock in them. So what I'm going to do with them now, just in case, is I'm going to go ahead and spray some coconut oil in each one of those. Just a little. And then what I do is rub it around so that it's all coated. Now, using my little handy dandy scoop that I picked up at Walmart, I'm going to evenly scoop these out into each one. What I have left over, I will, of course, distribute out so that I get 12. Okay, these are going into a 350 degree oven. I'm gonna start out with 20 minutes and then come back and check them. They can stay anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. It just depends. Live and learn, people. Live and learn through my mistakes. Okay, these only took 15 minutes. You can see they're starting to get brown around the edges. Here was the problem that I didn't account for. Since I didn't add any fruit, there wasn't as much batter, so they didn't get as full. What I should have done with this recipe, since I didn't get to add any fruit, is probably cut this down by about 2 muffins. Yeah, just took these 2 right here on the end and not put them in here and equaled them out here. And instead of having 12, I would have just had 10, but they would have been, you know, a little bigger, a little fluffier, a little more substance. These smell amazing though. Warmed and add butter, they're going to be delicious, or maybe even a little bit of frosting. The kids would love them. They're going to be great for snacks and or breakfast and lunches. So, I mean, it's not like there's a problem here. Just if you eliminate the fruit that you put in here, don't make 12 muffins. Make about 10 and try that and see if it's going to make them bigger. I went ahead and took this one out and pulled a chunk off the taste of it to make sure it was delicious, and it is. Those nuts just give it something extra. There's not a ton in here, but just enough to give it that little bit of crunch. These are delicious, and I pulled them out just in time that they're still really moist. Definitely add some butter to this to give them some more fat. These are going to be delicious. I do store these in the refrigerator though. Probably not necessary for the first day or two, but I just do just in case. And that is all I will be meal prepping for the week. Thank you all so much for watching. Please check out some more of my videos and subscribe before you go. Have a great day. Bye.